As I'm recording this video, we're about 3 weeks away from the clocks being set back, at least here in America, which is a very cruel thing to do to us cyclists because it means we lose an hour of daylight after work to ride. But that's where lights come in, at least when the weather's good. So in this video, I'm going to review 3 lights, 2 headlights and a tail light by a company that reached out to me to see if I wanted to test the lights. Now when that happens, I will vet the company, and if I don't think the quality is good, I won't accept the offer. But in this case, I looked into the quality, and when I got the lights in, I realized I made the right decision because these are nice. So it's Ravemen, and they make some really good lights. The first one that we're going to look at is a tail light. This is the CL01. Now the reason I like using a separate tail light other than my radar tail light combination is I like having a backup, because there's a lot of times where you're out on a ride and you get a notification on your Garmin that your battery is getting low in your radar and you want to turn the tail light off so you can have the radar and then swap over to this separate tail light. So this one is very basic. This is the least expensive of the lights I'm going to show in this video. So this is only 20 bucks and it's got 300 degrees of view. So I'm going to power it on just by holding down the top button. So it's got several different modes, as most tail lights do. So let's go through these modes. So that's just a steady flash, a little bit different pattern, solid, a little bit lower. Again, pretty basic. So here are the run times. So if you put it on high, you get 5 hours. If you put it on low, you get 10 hours. The warning flash, 9.5 hours. Rapid flash, 11 hours. And then slow flashing, 45 hours of runtime. Now this mounts onto the back of a seat post. They also include a mount for saddle rails. So if you don't use a saddle bag, you can just clip this onto your saddle rails, and it's got some zip ties included so you can secure it on there. It's just kind of a twist, very similar to like a Garmin. So you would just twist it in there and it sticks out so that, there's your seat post, and that way, again, you have 300 degrees of view. Let's move on to the FR500. This thing is cool. I like this one. And by the way, the tail light that I showed you is only 22 grams. It's very light. So this is the FR500. What I like about this is you can put it into your Garmin mount. So it's got a Garmin mount on the bottom, so you would just put it in, rotate it, and then it's got a Garmin mount on the top. And so this is my Garmin 1050, so you can just twist the Garmin, put it in there, and that way you're not taking up more space on your handlebars. And this is really, again, simple operation, 500 lumens, and it's got a button on the side, obviously, so you can access it with your Garmin mounted on top. So you would just hold that down. Now, what I like about these kind of lights is this is really good for daytime riding if you're commuting, or at dusk or dawn when you really just want to be visible. But since it's 500 lumens, it's also a nice backup. I would not use this as a primary for my nighttime gravel rides. So you got a flash. So again, this is perfect, especially if you ride in a city and you really just want to be visible. I'm just clicking through the modes here. So like I said, this is the kind of light to be seen. And then you've got the backup. So 500 lumens is plenty bright to bail you out if your primary light goes out. So again, what's nice about this is I can have 2 lights. So this in my Garmin mount, and then my primary light next to it. And if I have my phone mount, that's 3 things on the bar, and it would be 4 of the Garmin. So again, just a really nice way to not take up space on your handlebar. So let's look at the runtime on this one. So on high, you've got 2.5 hours, mid 3.2, and then low 6.5 hours of runtime. Warning flash, you've got 36 hours of runtime, rapid flash 13, and then slow flash 24.5. This weighs 101 grams, so it's still pretty light. You can see it comes with a tether, just in case you wanted to tether it to your bars. So that is the FR500. Great little option, especially for those of you who commute. And now on to the light that I'm actually most excited about using this upcoming winter when I'm riding my gravel bike outside at night. The PR2400. Now, I prefer a self-contained light for gravel riding. If it was mountain biking, I like the ones where it's got a separate battery pack because you've got more runtime, brighter. But this is 2400 lumens, which is plenty bright for gravel riding. And it's got different modes, and it shows you how long you have left on this mode. So I'm going to show this light up close because this is worth looking at up close. And this comes with a mount, so it's got different shim options depending on the diameter of your handlebar, and this just slides in. Now what's also nice about this for mountain biking especially, is it comes with a remote. The remote does the exact same things of the buttons I'm going to show you up close on this light. So you've got two buttons, and I'll show you the functionality. And this comes with a little O-ring, so you just clip it onto your handlebars. So for mountain biking, you would want to have the remote next to your thumb, and you can just hit the light modes with your thumb. That way you're not having to take your hands off the bars and touch the buttons. For gravel riding, I may use it, but typically I can just, take my hands off the bar and touch the button. So let me show this thing up close, and I'll show you the functionality, because this is a good light. To power this light on or off, you hold down the top button for about 2 seconds. Now Ravemen says it has mountain bike mode and road bike mode, and the way that you switch between the two is you just tap the top button. So right now we're in mountain bike mode, I believe. No, that's mountain bike mode. And I've got 3 levels, and the way that you change the levels or the modes as far as flashing or steady is you tap down here. Now it does not have flashing for mountain bike mode, obviously, so that's high. Now what I really like about this is it's got an LED screen to show you how much time you have left in that mode. So I'm in high at 1 hour and 23 minutes left. Tap this button and it switches to medium. I've got 2 hours and 13 minutes, and then tap that button again and I'm in low and I've got 5 hours and 7 minutes. Tap it again, we're going to go back to high. If I want to switch to the road bike mode, I just tap the top button, and then I've got high, which I've got 3 hours and 6 minutes left, then 5 hours and 5 minutes on medium, and then on low I've got 10 hours and 46 minutes, and then this is your eco mode. I've got 41 hours and 37 minutes left. Tap it again and it's going to go into a flash, and that gives me 18 hours and 17 minutes. Then again, if I wanted to go back to the mountain bike mode, I could tap here. Now, obviously you can use this. Like for gravel riding, I'm going to be using the mountain bike mode because I want 2400 lumens a lot of times. If I'm in a group, I'll probably, put it down to medium or low. Actually by doing that button. So that's go medium and then low. If I'm in like a Peloton group, I'll probably keep it on low. And then if I want to just go back to high, so if I break away, get in front, I'll put it on 2400 lumens. So a lot of good functionality. Again, I really like the LED screen. That doesn't give me that anxiety of, if it's a green light or a red or whatever, those kind of lights, you just don't know how much time you have left. This one, you know exactly how much time you have left. Something else that's cool about the PR2400 is it has a USB out, so it can act as a power bank. So there's your port to plug in a USB-B cable, and that way you could charge your Garmin, your phone, and other light while you're riding, again, acting as a power bank. Both the CL01 taillight and the FR500 Garmin mount headlight are IPX6 waterproof. The PR2400 is IPX8 waterproof. So if you're looking for lights for this upcoming winter riding season, or really any season for that matter, check these out by Ravemen. I'll put an affiliate link in the description below if you want to use that. I would really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments that I did not mention in this video, drop those in the comment section. Thanks for watching.